Most people think power comes from armies, or economics, or natural resources, but sometimes power comes from geography. The Black Sea is almost completely enclosed, and there is only one way in and one way out. Ships entering or leaving must pass through the Bosphorus, the Sea of Marmara, and the Dardanelles. Together, these waterways form one of the most important choke points on Earth, and Turkey controls every inch of them. This means that countries bordering the Black Sea are never truly free from geography, because geography always has the final vote. For Russia, the Black Sea is not merely important, it's essential. Russia has always struggled with the problem. Most of its ports freeze during winter, and many lack direct access to the world's ocean. The Black Sea offers Russia something priceless: warm water access. And from there, Russian ships can reach the Mediterranean, the Atlantic, and global trade routes. This explains why Crimea matters, why Sevastopol matters, and why Russia has fought repeatedly to secure access to these waters. Because without the Black Sea, Russia becomes strategically weaker. Here's something fascinating: Turkey doesn't need to match Russia ship for ship, or America plane for plane, because geography gives Turkey something stronger: leverage. Under the Montreux Convention of 1936, Turkey controls the passage of warships through the strait, and during times of war, Turkey possesses extraordinary authority. It can restrict naval access, which means one country can influence the movements of some of the world's most powerful fleet. This is one of the greatest examples of geography creating power. Many people assume Turkey is valuable to NATO because of its military. That's only part of the story. Turkey's location makes it indispensable. It connects Europe and Asia, borders the Middle East, and controls access to the Black Sea. Without Turkey, NATO's influence in the region would be dramatically reduced, which explains why Turkey often possesses far more diplomatic influence than countries with larger economies. Its geography makes it impossible to ignore. Here's one of the strangest lessons in geography. The world's biggest power are often constrained by tiny places: the Suez Canal, the Panama Canal, the Strait of Hormuz, the Strait of Malacca, and the Bosphorus. Massive economies and powerful navies can all become dependent on narrow passages, which means sometimes the smallest place possesses the greatest strategic importance. When the Russia-Ukraine war began, Turkey involved the Montreux Convention, and suddenly the entire world was reminded of something. Turkey's control wasn't symbolic, it was real. By limiting the passage of warships, Turkey demonstrated that geography written into law decades earlier still shapes 21st century's conflict. Treaties signed generations ago were influencing modern warfare. History wasn't dead, it was alive. Most people think countries create geography, but the truth is of the opposite. Geography creates countries. Empires rise because of rivers, cities prosper because of ports, and nations become powerful because of where they sit. Turkey didn't choose the Bosphorus chose Turkey. And for more than 2000 years, that geography has made Turkey one of the most strategically important countries on earth. The story of Turkey isn't really about Turkey, it's about geography. Because throughout history, mountains, rivers, canals, and narrow straits have repeatedly shaped the fate of empires. And perhaps that's why one of the most important lessons in geopolitics remains unchanged. Power isn't always about size. Sometimes power is simply being in the right place.